What if I told you that the secret to becoming a great investor has almost nothing to do with predicting the future? Forget crystal balls and market forecasts. Today, we're diving deep into the mind of a true legend, Howard Marks, to uncover the timeless wisdom that separates the best from the rest. Who is Howard Marks? He's the co-founder of Oaktree Capital, a titan in the investment world, and a thinker so respected that even Warren Buffett says, "When I see memos from Howard Marks in my mail, they're the first thing I open and read." With over 50 years of navigating the markets, Marks has distilled 78 years of life lessons into a powerful philosophy. This isn't about stock tips, it's about building an unshakable mindset. Let's start with his first and perhaps most crucial lesson. Investing is about preparation, not prediction. Think about it. How many experts have you seen confidently predict the next market crash or bull run, only to be completely wrong? Marx argues that no one can consistently and accurately forecast the future. The real goal isn't to be right about what's going to happen next. It's to be positioned correctly, so that you can not only survive but thrive no matter what the market throws at you. It's about building a portfolio that is resilient in the face of uncertainty. This leads directly to his second powerful concept, second-level thinking. A first-level thinker says, "This is a great company, so the stock must be a great buy." It's simple and superficial, but a second-level thinker goes deeper. They say, yes, it's a great company, but everyone already knows that. Is the price so high that all the good news is already baked in? Is it actually overpriced? Second-level thinking requires you to think differently and more critically than the crowd. It's about finding an edge where others see the obvious. To achieve superior results, your thinking has to be superior. So if we're not buying what's obviously good, what are we buying? This brings us to lesson 3, the real definition of value. Marx has a brilliant quote for this. It's not about buying good things, it's about buying things well. This is the core of value investing. A great company can be a terrible investment if you overpay for it. Conversely, an average company can be a fantastic investment if you buy it at a bargain price. The key is to pay less than what an asset is truly worth, its intrinsic value. This discipline protects you from chasing hype and getting caught in speculative bubbles. Your profit is made on the purchase, not just the sale. Now, buying things well often means buying when others are fearful. And this is where lesson 4 comes in, controlling your emotions. Markets move in cycles. They go from boom to bust, from euphoria to panic, and back again. The average person gets swept up in this emotional tide. They feel greedy when prices are high and fearful when prices are low, causing them to buy at the top and sell at the bottom, the exact opposite of what they should be doing. A great investor, Marx teaches, must be a master of their own emotions. They cultivate the discipline to be skeptical when others are euphoric and courageous when others are terrified. It's about acting as a rational business owner, not a gambler in a casino. This emotional control is directly tied to lesson 5, prioritizing risk control over chasing returns. Many investors are obsessed with one question: how much can I make? The wiser question is, how much can I afford to lose? As Marx says, you can't control returns, but you can control risk. Superior investors focus relentlessly on protecting their downside. Why? Because the magic of compounding only works if you avoid catastrophic losses. A 50% loss requires a 100% gain just to get back to even. By focusing on risk first, you ensure you stay in the game long enough for your winners to compound over time. Great defense is the foundation of a great offense, but even with the best process, things can go wrong. This is where we learn about luck and uncertainty. Lesson 6 teaches us a dose of humility. In a world full of randomness, a good decision can lead to a bad outcome, and a bad decision can sometimes get bailed out by pure luck. Marx urges us never to confuse our success with being a genius. Luck plays a massive role in investing outcomes. Acknowledging this helps you stay grounded. When you win, you recognize the role luck played. When you lose, you analyze your process without beating yourself up over an unlucky result. This humility is key to long-term survival. And how do we get better at navigating this uncertain world? Through lesson 7, continuous learning and adaptation. The world is not static. Markets evolve, economies change, and new technologies emerge. What worked 10 years ago might not work today. The wisest investors are perpetual students. They are intensely curious, they read constantly, and most importantly, they learn from their mistakes. They aren't afraid to admit they were wrong and update their views based on new evidence. This intellectual humility is what prevents them from becoming obsolete. The moment you think you know everything is the moment you become most vulnerable. So let's bring it all together with the final lesson, which is the overarching philosophy of long-term success. Your true edge in the market doesn't come from a secret formula or a faster computer. It comes from patience, discipline, and independent thinking. It's not about trying to outsmart everyone else on a daily basis. It's about playing your own game, sticking to your process, and letting time do the heavy lifting. Success in investing is a simple formula: survival plus continuous learning plus consistency. In conclusion, what can we take away from Howard Marks's 78 years of accumulated wisdom? It's that great investing is about 80% mindset and 20% mechanics. It's about fundamentally changing how you think about the market. You must accept that the future is unknowable and embrace uncertainty as a permanent feature of the landscape. Instead of trying to predict it, you focus on what you can control: your process, your discipline, and your emotional balance. That is the true legacy of Howard Marks, a roadmap not just for wealth, but for wisdom. Thank you so much for watching. If this video gave you a new perspective on investing, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the minds of the world's greatest investors. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next one.